swallowing its pride, India has so far not even sought an apology from the Pakistan Interior Minister for his impudence.
Any human being died, nobody will hesitate to say sorry for that. Number one. Number two, when there is a war, the bullet doesn't see who's there. When the fight is going on the border, we really don't know whether he was killed with a bullet of Pakistani bullet or he died because of the weather.
My only wish is
Well, Malik's remark has not just insulted Captain Saurabh Kalia but also the martyr's family that has been relentlessly fighting for justice for their son. Captain Kalia's father has said that Pakistan must come out clean on the matter instead of denying Pakistan Army's involvement in this entire matter.
My only wish is by shaking hand like this, they won't yield anything. In case he is sincere, he should shake up the Pak army who indulged in this heinous act in 1909.
Well, the worst part is India's stunning silence. There's absolutely no justification for Captain Kalia's torturous killing. India needs to stand up for its hero, as letting Pakistan off the hook will only embolden it further. Well, the question also is, was it Union Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde's blunder that cost India its pride? Headlines today has learned that Pakistan Interior Minister Rahman Malik's India visit had the Indian government's top brass completely divided. While Union Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde rolled out the red carpet for Rahman Malik, some of South Block's top officials were vehemently opposed to the idea. Headlines today has learned that Shinde invited Malik despite New Delhi not willing to host him till Islamabad moved forward on 26/11 promises. Even Home Secretary R.K. Singh had his reservations about scheduling a visit without any tangible result on the 26/11 probe, a stand he took earlier as well when P. Chidambaram was the Home Minister. A number of key officials, including National Security Advisor Shiv Shankar Menon and Foreign Secretary Ranjan Mathai, held the view that the time was not right to extend a grand welcome to Malik. Foreign Office Joint Secretary Yash Sinha too was of the opinion that the visit would be fruitless at this stage. The broad assessment in the government circles was that Malik could not deliver much on expediting the 26/11 Mumbai blast case. He had so far not taken any substantive measures to check the activities of the Jamaat-ud-Dawa Supremo Hafiz Saeed. Many strategic analysts have also questioned the timing of this visit.
रहमान मलिक जी के लिए क्या बोलना चाहेंगे सर?
नहीं, अगर मैं इतना ही कहूंगा, उनके देश में क्या चल रहा है, जो अराजकता फैली है, जो हिंसाचार बढ़ा है, वहां तो बाबरी का संबंध नहीं है। वहां जिस प्रकार से टेररिज्म बढ़ा है पाकिस्तान में, तो वहां बाबरी का क्या संबंध है? पहले अपने देश को संभालो और बाद में हिंदुस्तान की तरफ देखो। अगर हिंदुस्तान की तरफ देखोगे तो मुझे लगता है पाकिस्तान नहीं रहेगा।
Alright, so widespread criticism coming in of the kind of line that has been adopted by the government and specifically so by Sushil Kumar Shinde. Also, the kind of disappointment that comes forward with Rahman Malik's visit to India. Kamaljeet Sandhu, our correspondent, has been tracking developments in this story. Kamal, at the end of the day, we're obviously talking about a sense that we're getting from the ministries as well as the entire government setup. The fact that Sushil Kumar Shinde, it seems, was very pushy when it came to the visit of Rahman Malik, rolling out the red carpet for him, as headlines today is putting it. What really prompted him to go ahead with this visit? Because a lot is being read into the timing of this visit, really, as it were.
Well, it's almost been 1.5 years since Rahman Malik has been wanting to come to India. It was way back in June 2010 when he had expressed his desire. But remember, Mr. P. Chidambaram, who was then the Home Minister, decided not to have him come to India without any concrete results, whether it be any progress on 26/11 or otherwise. He also made it clear time and again that Pakistan had to do much more against perpetrators of 26/11, but little coming from Pakistan, and that is why Rahman Malik, even though he had on many occasions expressed desire, could not make it to India. And when the Home Minister changed and Mr. Shinde came in, Rahman Malik expressed the same desire, whether it was in Maldives or whether it was in Rome. And then Mr. Shinde did invite Rahman Malik after he could not avoid him. So it is, many are saying it's just a photo opportunity, nothing much is expected. I remember Salman Khurshid also mentioned the same thing. This is not something that they're expecting very much from. But the fact remains that the Home Minister has come. India is looking at pending demands of voice samples, action against Hafiz Saeed, counter-terrorism. We have many other issues as well. But what India did unexpectedly was raise the issue of Saurabh Kalia. Remember, this is an issue of Ministry of Defence, Ministry of External Affairs. When Ministry of Home Affairs decided to take up this issue impromptu, and they did discuss it, but Pakistan has been on the same line time and again, saying that it could be the weather, that Saurabh Kalia and his other men fell into precipice. Their bodies could be recovered only later, and that is why they were mutilated. Again, India seems to remember these only after 13 years. They're also going to be questioning why did India not take it up at an appropriate time. So yes, this discussion is going to go back and forth. But there are pending issues that India want to press on. There have been two progresses, if we can really talk about, that Ministry of Home Affairs had expressed a desire to send a team of either the MHA or the NIA officials who could go to Pakistan and cross-examine officials there. Now that we've been told would happen by January. They've actually conceded into that. So we can expect a team to go to Pakistan for 2611 inquiry.
All right, Kamaljeet Sandhu, many thanks for having joined us here right now with your inputs on the story.